Assalamualaikum. We will present about Ethiopian Airlines No Survivors on Crash Boeing 737 by Lukman, Afran, Megat and Atrisha. Aircraft information. The 737-8 is a low-wing, narrow-body single-aisle jet transport with traditional tail-unit arrangement. It is powered by two CFM LEAP-1B high bypass turbofan engines installed on pylons beneath the wings. Boeing Commercial Aircraft manufactures the aircraft, which is the fourth generation of the 737 series. The aircraft was planned to transport 162 to 178 people, depending on city layout. According to the Boeing company website, the 737 MAX was first flown on August 30, 2017 and received FAA type certification on March 8, 2017. ETA was a Boeing 737 MAX single-aisle transport aircraft with a 160 passenger multi-class configuration that was delivered to Ethiopian Airlines on November 15, 2018. The aircraft was powered by two CFM International LEAP-1B turbofan engines. At the time of the accident, the aircraft had 1,330.3 hours on the clock and had completed 382 cycles.
Factual information of the accident. On March 10, 2019, at about 5:44 UTC-1, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302, a Boeing 737-8 MAX, Ethiopian registration ETAVJ, crashed near Ehere, Ethiopia, shortly after takeoff from Addis Ababa Bole International Airport, Ethiopia. The plane was flying from Addis Ababa to Nairobi Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. At 5:38 minutes, the takeoff roll began from runway. Regular left and right angle of attack figures indicated a normal. The engine maintained 94% N1 during takeoff roll. The N1 reference stayed at 94% during the trip, and the throttles didn't move. At 5:38 minutes and 43 seconds, at 50 feet radio altitude, the flight director roll mode changed to LNAV. At 5:38 minutes and 46 seconds, the master caution parameter changed at 200 feet. At 5:38 minutes and 58 seconds, and 400 feet radio altitude, the flight director pitch mode changed to VNAV speed, and the captain requests command, resulting in an autopilot warning. A second autopilot warning is logged at 5:39 minutes and 01 seconds, 630 feet radio altitude. The pitch stream position fluctuated between 4.9 and 5.9 units between liftoff. At 5:39 minutes and 32 seconds and 100 feet, the left autopilot was engaged, and the flaps and pitch stream were retracted. 6 seconds after engaging the autopilot, there were roll oscillation, lateral acceleration, rudder oscillation, and heading deviation. Even after disabling the autopilot, oscillations continued. At 5:39 minutes and 45 seconds, the captain wanted flaps up. 1 second later, flaps handle went from 5 to 0 degrees and flaps retracted. At 5:39 minutes and 50 seconds, the selecting heading changed from 072 to 197 degrees, and the captain requests to maintain runway heading. At 5:39 minutes and 57 seconds, the captain told the first officer to maintain runway heading and that they had flight control problem. After the autopilot disconnect, the FDR recorded an automated aircraft nose down, lasting 9.0 seconds and pitch stream from 4.60 to 2.1 units. The plane stopped climbing and descended. GPWS don't sing notification occurred at 5 and 40 minutes and 03 seconds. At 5 and 40 minutes and 05 seconds, the first officer reportedly to ATC that they could not maintain Shala 1A. ATC approved the runway direction. At 5 and 40 minutes and 06 seconds, left and right flag position reached 0.019 degrees and lasted throughout the recording. At 5 and 40 minutes and 12 seconds, 3 seconds after A&D stabilizer motion finished, electric trim in the aircraft nose up direction is recorded on the DFDR and the stabilizer moved to 2.4 units. Column back pressure increased. Aircraft pitch altitude remained the same. The captain told the first officer to trim up at 5 and 40 minutes and 27 seconds. The first officer called step trim cut out twice. 5 seconds after the A&D stabilizer motion ended, a third A&D automatic trim command occurred without any corresponding stabilizer motion, consistent with stabilizer trim cut out switch in the cut out state. At 5 and 40 minutes and 44 seconds, the captain called pull out 3 times and told the first officer to tell ATC they wanted to maintain 14,000 feet and had flight control problem. From 5 and 40 minutes and 42 seconds to 5 and 43 minutes and 11 seconds, approximately 2.5 minutes, the stabilizer moved from 2.3 to 2.1 units. The control columns were kept off neutral throughout this period. Left A speed increased from 305 to 340 kT VMO. Right was 20 to 25 kT faster than left. The altitude was lowered from 32,000 to 14,000. The captain asked the first officer to join him. The captain inquired if the trim works. First officer said trim wasn't working and wanted to try it manually. Captain said to try. The first officer said it wasn't working at 5 and 41 minutes and 54 seconds. At 5 and 42 minutes and 10 seconds, the captain and first officer requested a written vector from ATC. At 5 and 42 minutes and 30 seconds, ATC told ET302 to fly right heading 260 degrees. The heading was changed. Both pilots shouted left alpha vane at 5 and 42 minutes and 54 seconds. Before the conclusion of the video, 2 manual electric trim input are recorded in the ANU direction. Aircraft nose dive. At the end of the recording, the left indicated A speed reached 458 kts and the right achieved 500 kts. Last report, left and right pressure altitude were 5,419 kts and 8,399 feet. The fatality of the airplane crash is on board. There were 157 people, including passenger and personnel. The plane was destroyed and all of the passengers died as a result of the
Findings on the probable cause for human factor. The study also provides us a look inside the cockpit of the doomed aircraft, including a true description of the pilot's actions and conversation. For example, the first officer announced step trim cut out 2 minutes into the flight. The pilots then turned on the stabilizer's trim cut off switch. MCAS is effectively turned off as a result of this. It is also crucial aspect of Boeing guidelines for dealing with MCA. So they made a mistake that caused an accident. For mechanical problem, the research showed that inaccurate readings from a defective angle of attack sensor activated the Boeing 737 MAX maneuvering characteristic automatic system, which is supposed to push the plane's nose downward automatically. The left angle attack of sensor value varied from the right one shortly after liftoff, reaching 74.5 degrees, whereas the right angle of attack sensor value was 15.3 degrees. The plane began to oscillate 6 seconds after the autopilot was activated. The autopilot was turned off 33 seconds after it was turned on. Around 1 minute into the flight, The captain immediately instructed the first officer to contact air traffic control and report the flight control issues. For weather condition, at 0544 UTC, the accident happened. The National Meteorological Agency of Ethiopia has given the following surface weather observation of Addis Ababa Bole International Airport. So below the following are the given report of weather condition. So we can see that the weather is a normal day. Lastly, recommendation. Firstly, since this preliminary examination discovered repeated uncommon aircraft nose-down circumstance, it is advised that the aircraft flight control system linked to flight controllability be evaluated by the manufacturer. For the second one, before releasing an aircraft to the air, aviation authorities must check that the manufacturer has effectively handled the assessment of the aircraft flight control system connected to flight controllability. For the third one, for redundancy, MCAS should be designed to use data from both AOA and or other independent systems.